Okay, I think the stream is up. Let's get some tunes going on. Hello everybody. Sorry, this is my first stream in a while, so welcome. Reduce the music volume. I'm working on it. I'm sorry. Let me do that. How is that, everybody? Is that good? Just trying to do some chill vibes. We can also turn it off if we want. So today, awesome. Okay. So today, I'm just doing a tutorial, like kind of working on, the behind the scenes of this tutorial. So what I do is basically just do a thing over and over again until I understand it, fully. And then I actually record and do it for you guys. And so I'm basically trying to understand this. So today we're going to be doing kind of a composite for water, and so I haven't really messed around with this. Hopefully it works out, but yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Welcome everybody. This is kind of weird for me. I'm not used to doing streams or whatever. If you guys like this, I might start doing it more, so you never know. We will see. Okay, so I'm trying to get the basic shape of the sink now. Stretch that out in the Y. Why are comments turned off? I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie, this is like I said, one of my first streams in a while, so we are going with the flow. I will try to get better at streaming if you guys like this. So we will see. So, dang, this is a kind of weird shape, not gonna lie. Let's try, let me turn on the shortcuts so you guys can see. And feel free to ask questions or anything. Peyton, Danielle are here. Awesome. So yeah, we're just chilling out. Trying to get this rough shape. The camera is still, so we don't have to worry about camera tracking or anything, so that is good. Camera tracking would make this so much harder than it has to be. Okay, I'm gonna say that's good enough for now. We can come back and do this later. I'm gonna add a Subdivision Surface modifier real quick. Let's see. Let's try Hello, Apex Predator. How you doing? So, this is gonna be the hardest part, making all the objects and stuff. Then we can bring that in a bit. Basically just eyeballing it here. I might come back later and try to change this up a bit. Maybe a little bit down more. Thank you, PMA. Just trying to do a chill stream. These are all copyright free, so yeah. Perfect. I have to inset that one more. Let's go ahead and save this. So, Mr. BC, I am creating, basically, we're gonna do a fluid simulation today of basically a basic composite where this faucet is gonna bring out water and stuff and flow into this little tub, whatever. Right now, I'm kind of just playing around, trying to get it to look right. And so, yeah, that's the basic stuff we're doing right now. I'm basically just recreating some of these objects and trying to get them, because we're going to be using them as collision objects. So, we need a cylinder. Let's go ahead and hide this so we work. We need this little drain down here. This thing's gonna be annoying. Also, I don't have the whatchamacallit all the way. The perspective. Might need to work on that a little bit. For now, I'm just gonna fake it. What's nice is when you have your camera stationary like this, you can actually fake a lot of stuff. And so, it's real nice. You don't have to get it perfect. Let's see. Let's extend that bottom part down just a bit. Perfect, okay. So now we have both of those. I need, let's see. I should probably move the tub down. Let's try to do that. How's everybody doing today? Everybody good? Maybe I should move the faucet up. I'm doing pretty good, Daniel. Okay. It looks wrong in here, but I think it'll work in the render, in the composite. Can't believe you're still here. What time is it for me? I'm in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, so it is almost 1. So yeah. I think for my emitter object, let's do a cylinder. It's funny. Okay. And so this is going to be our water source. This is where our water is going to be coming from. I'm going to go ahead and set this up just a tiny bit so we can do a mask later. And then this is going to be our sick. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our liquid like that. Perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and move this over here a little bit. On hair sims, I haven't really messed around with hair simulation, to be honest. The only time I use that is for grass, and so I definitely have to look at like how to do fur and stuff. I think that'd be cool to learn. It seems pretty easy. I watched like a time lapse of some guy doing some hair stuff. Basically just animating the flow of the water. And so it only really flows for a certain amount of time. Jiggle sims? I told Danielle I gotta do some boob simulations. That's pretty funny. Let's see. Guys, you're distracting me. And then we need these as effectors. It is planar. I wonder if we'll probably need to mess around with that later. Because I don't know if it's because it's so complex geometry. We might need to mess around with that later. Can you work on guns? What do you mean, just like muzzle flashes or something, or more like modeling? I know I usually do my muzzle flashes in other programs and stuff. I don't know if Blender's the perfect program for that. Okay. Let's see, let's give this some initial velocity and the negative z. That'll basically just make it go downward a little bit. And then let's just go to 160 because I don't want to have to render out too much. Okay. Let's see how this looks. The modeling. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not really a big modeler, as you guys can see with all these objects. I definitely need to learn and stuff. But yeah, I'm sure there are other zoomable options. What? Is resumable. Huh, that must be new. I didn't that was in the last update. This is the newest Blender update, and so I'm kind of new to everything. Compositing tutorial. You are in luck. So this tutorial I'm working on now might be heavy compositing because I want to get like the reflections of this this bowl and stuff. And so I'm not really too big into compositing myself. I know like the basic node networks and stuff, but I will try to get some basic compositing. I don't know if you've seen my 2D stabilization tutorial, but in there, that's where I do like kind of my heavy compositing. So maybe you want to go watch that. But I definitely want to test around and play around with some compositing. Okay, why is this mesh being weird? Test around real quick. Something weird is going on. I think they might have changed around fluid simulations. A free gun model. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I gotta look at that. Oh, wait a minute. Let's get rid of this. Maybe that's a little too fast. What was our start for that? 34. I have no idea why the oh, it might be too small. Maybe that's what it is. Just start over. Let me scale everything up a bit because I think everything is too small. What is the difference between the shade smooth and subdivision surface? So subdivision surface actually creates more geometry. Let's come over here and show you real quick. Don't know why my thing's rotated like that. That's kind of weird. There we go. Oh, it's upside down now. Okay, I gotta change that real quick, my bad. Don't know why it's upside down. Okay, so anyway, so subdivision surface creates geometry. So if I create this cube right here, or let's do cylinder. Cylinder is better. So right here, if I do subdivision surface, come over here, add the subdivision surface modifier, it adds physical geometry. And so if I scale this up like this, then it becomes very smooth. It does kind of mess up because it's averaging all the vertices, and so you can just add loop cuts and stuff to bring it back to its original form, like that. And then so if we go ahead and apply this modifier like that, if we go into that, you can see it's created all these different vertices and stuff, and so that's useful for modeling sometimes. Whereas if you just shade smooth, the way to do that is to just bring this up here. You can right click and shade smooth, and it kind of has some weird shading problems, and so a way to fix that is to come down to this object data properties and then go to the normals and auto smooth that. But if we go into edit mode now, we don't have any more geometry, and so it's just it's a way to kind of fake a higher geometry look. If you zoom in a bit, we can still see that there are jagged edges like that, but the actual edges down here aren't noticeable. So if I shade flat, you can see that this is what it was before, and then this is the shade smooth. Oh yes, so I am in the works of earthbending. So earthbending's next. I think firebending will be after that. The one that's tricky is air. Air, I have to do some tests and stuff, because I feel like that's like a lot of particle systems and stuff like that. Of course, most of them are a lot of particle systems, but I think air will be the hardest to simulate. But we'll see. There we go, okay. I don't know why that didn't work before. That's kind of weird. Hello, welcome. Okay, I think I know what's going on. I don't think this is big enough to be producing the particles. Let's try this. Huh. Maybe we can fake it just by having this up here. But yeah, I haven't started working on the earthbending thing yet. I think that's gonna take me a while, though, because that is so complicated. But I definitely have an idea of how to do it. And I think it should be easy-ish. I don't want to say that because like maybe it's super hard, but there we go. And down here, what goes on? Gotcha. Okay, so this will just go away from more whatchamacallit. We just do a higher resolution. It should help the actual collisions, so we don't have to really worry about that now. Huh. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Let's change around some of the settings. Time scale. Let's go down. Yeah, so the reason it wasn't the collisions weren't correct is because this resolution division is too low, and Blender tries to average out these curves, and it just can't do it when this number is so low. Let's change the randomness up a bit, just so we get more like actual flow. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I might need to move the cube over a little bit. Let's just finish this bake and see what it does. How does it look like when it's rendered? So right now, this is just kind of the first bake. You gotta bake in the mesh after this. And I think Blender now, it used to not be like this. Now it kind of applies a water texture to it right out of the gate, which is nice. But before, you would have to put your own texture and stuff in. And so yeah, that's looking very smooth. Okay, so let's do this. Let's first of all save our project in case it crashes. Move that over. And now let's try with a little bit higher resolution division. This might take a little bit longer. We'll just see. Yeah, so 2.9, if you're doing fluid simulation, whenever you bake it into a mesh, it automatically applies a water texture. It's not really it's not a dedicated node like that says water, if that's what you're thinking. It's a glass BSDF with a, I think, volume absorption applied. So it's a pretty easy setup. Yeah, because it's weird because when you texture water in 3D programs, you're basically texturing it to be a glass texture. Because for some reason that's the same thing, same look. Let's see how it's looking. Yeah, so as you can see, the actual water goes so a lot closer to the edges, and if we look at this little faucet here, we should see that it actually collides with that a lot better. And like I said, again, that's just the resolution divisions. If you pump that up, the collision should be a lot better. So the only question I have is, how are we gonna get the water out of this thing? Oops. Let's see. Oh, I also didn't notice this thing. Hopefully that shouldn't matter too much. Okay. Let's go ahead and just keep baking it. I want to bake in the mesh and start getting into compositing. We can deal with the actual things later. But yeah. So hopefully this is going to be my next tutorial I do. Hopefully it's good. Okay, almost done. Oh, I wonder if I should turn off the inflow a bit. Oh, it actually ends at 219. Okay, so there's some optimization we can do here. Also, I noticed like at some parts my camera kind of comes whack, but let's see. So now I'm just gonna bake it as it is. It'll be very low poly, but just for the sake of compositing, I want to go ahead and start getting into that. How do you render just the viewport? I mean just the camera frame. So Blender automatically only renders out the stuff that is only in the camera. If you're talking about like you want to just render this out like this look, not the actual rendered look, you can actually come up here. I can't do it now. Let me just pause this right now, just show you real quick. You can actually come up to view and then let's see, where is it? Viewport render animation, and that basically renders out the animation to look like this. And this is just for like preview. It renders out super fast, and so that's actually one way I do. If I'm doing heavy simulations and stuff, I render out in the viewport just to see if the motion is right and everything, and it saves me a lot of time in case I need to change anything, and I don't like waste a 5 hour render because of that. So that's real helpful. Does that really answer your question? Yeah, there you go. It's so useful. Like I said, it renders out probably like 10 times as fast, and it's really just so you can get motion and previews sometimes, because like if I come out here and just play this animation, you can see up here it's rendering not at the native FPS, and so just come up here and then viewport render this animation. And it's going real fast, like, so we'll just let this go for a bit. We'll just let it go all the way through. I need to see the motion anyway. So I actually learned most of my stuff, to answer your question, Toon. I learned most of my stuff from just YouTube tutorials, basically. And actually a lot of it was just from playing around, to be honest. If you had the time, I would just recommend playing around with it, having some fun, you know. And it should just come naturally. And so, yeah. I have a lot of beginner-friendly tutorials on my channel. So definitely make sure to go check some of those out. Because really, it's nice to have the... to finally get a result out, you know, and that's kind of when you like feel better about it and start to grow more, basically. So let's see. That was very slow, actually. I was surprised. I might need to speed that up. We could do that later. Just for now, let me do some compositing. Oh, okay. So cycles. This is the one time I would keep the reflective and refractive caustics on, because we're dealing with water. Water is very intensive. Okay, just gonna throw in a quick HDRI. I haven't really tested around with HDRIs for this scene in particular. So I'm just gonna kind of choose a one that might work. Good enough for our sake. Okay, so this was the water texture I was talking about. Blender automatically sets up this setup. It's a volume absorption node with a little bit of tint of blue, plugging into your volume, and then a glass BSDF with an IQR of 1 point. It should be 1 point like that, plugging into the surface. So this is just the basic water setup. Thank you, Creative Ideas. It means a lot. Just trying to help everybody out here. Let's see, what do we want to do? Gotta play around with some of our collections now. So I think, first of all, let's do the little drain thing. That's just going to be a metal material. So let's crank this bad boy, the metallic up, change that a little bit down. Like that. Okay. What is my favorite shot of the 50-day challenge? I believe my favorite shot was 49. It was the one with the muzzle flash that freezes. I don't know why. That was just a really fun thing to work on. And I thought the result, it didn't really look realistic, but that wasn't really what I was going for. I just thought it was a cool little thing. I definitely need to play around with like slow motion and stuff in the future, because I believe a way I know how to do it through Houdini, and so definitely need to work on that. And then okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and create a new collection. I'm gonna name this the reflections. Place a sink and the drain in that. Be set. I don't want to do that yet. So this needs to be like a white marble material. Oh geez, that's not what I wanted. Let's get a little bit of roughness, not too much though. Now let's see what that looks like. Okay, that's not too bad. Might have to play around with that a little bit more. The hardest one to make, oh gosh, let me look at the list again. Let's see. The hardest one, to be honest, is probably the Flamethrower, which is day 39. That one was one of the only ones I had to do over 2 days. Because the first day I finally figured out the flow of it in Houdini, but I couldn't figure out the shading. The shading was the hardest thing to get right, and I still didn't do it, you know, like it still looks very opaque where it should be a little transparent and stuff. And also a lot of people pointed out the shadows on the ground, so that was pretty funny. But yeah, I'm also in the process of learning Cinema 4D, and so that should be fun. I might do some tutorials on that. I kind of want to stick to one program to not split the channel up. But let's see here. I'm trying to think, should water have a shadow like that? I guess it should. I'm not getting as much reflection on the white as I would like. Oh, I'm getting a lot of reflection from the actual HDRI. That's what that is. Gotcha. Okay. Let's set this to be indirect only. But it went away. Huh. Water has a little. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so maybe I have to play around with some view layer. Thanks. Maybe some object properties? Let me bring in my movie clip and everything so we can start to get the idea of what the composite's going to be like. Let me go ahead and throw a denoise node as well. Okay, let's see what this is gonna look like. Okay, not terrible. We're gonna mask this out up here. Maybe I should go ahead and do that because that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that real quick. It shifts a little bit, so I might have to. Yeah, might have to whatchamacallit, animate the mask just a little bit. I might. What would you guys think about like a masking tutorial, or is that just pretty easy to where wouldn't be really necessary? That water in frozen frame. Yeah, that's because I have an HDRI loaded, and so it's actually getting the reflections from the HDRI. I actually haven't. There's a tutorial I did where you can like fake an HDRI, but so I need to do that. I need to capture a 360 image to use as my reflection map. Wait, why am I doing this? just need the bottom. And my favorite thing in the world, animating mask. It's so much fun. Let me, I'm gonna prefetch this real quick. Try to mask out my hand and it was, yeah, so that's called rotoscoping basically. And moving objects are terrible to rotoscope. So it can be done. There are ways I'd recommend doing it instead of rotoscoping, like try to find a way to mask. And that's a lot easier if you can find like either a Luma key, chroma key, if you have a green screen or anything, you can do that. Maybe a difference key, but that could be a little sketch sometimes. No, I'm gonna say that's a good enough. Let's move it down just a little bit. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm gonna blur it a little bit anyway. Shoot. See how this looks. There we go. Oh shoot, I do have to wait, let me render. Shoot. Let me render out this frame. I think I changed frames. Yeah, the roto brush from After Effects is really good. I actually have After Effects, but I kind of want to stick to more programs that are free, just for this. Okay, why did it do that? What's going on here? Why is that not being rendered? Oh, okay, I got you. Let's go. Yeah. I actually think this little line right here might be the reflection of the thing. Shoot, man. Okay, I'm gonna have to change that up. I don't like that. It's too dark down there too. Weird. Yeah, I always struggle with the shading of water. Do I have a light in the scene? I do not. You guys actually might want to try out DaVinci Resolve. That's a free program like Blender. It's actually really good, I hear, for compositing and green screen and everything like that. Lighting is so weird for me all the time. Like it seems like the numbers are random to me. I gotta mess around with lighting more. I'm kind of just spitballing here. Yeah, color grading is fantastic in that. I haven't messed around with it, but I have lots of friends that love it for that. Okay, that's a bit better. There's still a lot of black in here. Yeah, so the reason I was doing this is because let's go back up to this. This stream needs to be a bit higher. We can't really see it that much, but I just need to shrink down that box. That's all that is. Also, I need the reflections here. I don't know why, because I have this set to be indirect only. Or I thought I did. Let's set that to indirect and come back here. Oh, this is the view layer part. Let's just uncheck all these. I need to get this is like heavy, like advanced compositing. I'm not too tutorial on a gunshot simulation. So really, the simulation I did for my 50 days was just a basic explosion with a couple values changed around in Houdini, and then I just imported that into Blender and then flipped it so that it instead of going up, the explosion goes sideways. And so that's all I did. I definitely got to test around more with it. The thing about gunshots and stuff, unless you're doing slow-mo, they're really, gunshots and muzzle flashes and all that stuff are really only done in 2D compositing. They're rare cases that you'll need to do a simulation, like a smoke simulation like I did. For example, if you're doing like a tracking shot like I did, where it's a freeze frame, or not a freeze frame, like a freeze effect, then that's one time that you would need to do it. But in Hollywood and all that is just 2D compositing and stuff like that. Also, sorry about the roommates. Getting a little crazy. Can you explain how I got that smooth look? Are you talking about for that simulation I did? Or I'm kind of confused what you're talking about. Also, thanks for coming, Super Survivor. Great. You can drop on by. So, let's see. Do you guys know why it's I have this set to be a indirect only, and so I thought that should be getting the reflections and stuff from this bowl, but I'm not really getting that. Please give free money. I cannot do that. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the sim. Oh, so the sim. Yeah. So the simulation was interesting because it was basically a standard simulation, but then at one frame I switch it to be just the same frame of the simulation repeating, and so when I switch it at that one frame, it looks like it stops, and it keeps repeating over and over the whatchamacallit, the simulation. Smooth look on the gunshot. I'm still kind of confused what you mean by smooth look. I used a denoise node, I think, maybe. Do you mean the camera track? Because all that was, I just try to be as smooth as possible with my camera. I didn't really do any fancy stuff like that. I literally just used an iPhone and, you know, did like that. So yeah, nothing fancy there. I don't really have the budget for like a slide or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, Yeah, so why is that not giving me the reflections? That's kind of stupid. I swear it's in here. It has to be. Oh, by the way, let me get the music back on. It's like it sounds so weird. Are you? Yeah. So right now I'm doing a fluid simulation of just water going in the sink right now. Right now though, I'm specifically trying to work on compositing the water, so it actually looks like it's like flowing in the sink and trying to get that reflections on the sink. I have where'd that go? Why can't I see this anymore? There we go. I have this bowl right here, and we can see kind of like some reflections and shadows and stuff. But for some reason, I'm not getting that in the when I set this to be. Oh, the point light's in there. That's not good. Let's give that a render. See what that did it. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah, so all that was is in Houdini, the default explosion looks very round and stuff, so you got to mess around with it. For that specific example, I didn't really mess around with the those values, and so that's how I was able to get the smooth like smoke look. Also, I downloaded, let me actually show you guys this. This might be something beginners could use. Let me get this tab over. So if you go to, let's go over here. So this is they have a simulation software called Emergen, which is really good, but you have to pay for it. So it's basically like real-time simulations and stuff. You can come over here. I think downloads. Let's see, free VDB examples and stuff. Let me actually just go ahead and download one. Just show you guys. The one I used this one for my plane explosion, and then I used this one for the gunshot. So let's just go ahead. I like this one. This one's fun. You just want to go ahead and download that, save that. Let's add an explosion to our water simulation. That'd be hilarious. Just a nice little explosion in our sink. Oh dang, didn't know it was 1 gig. Yeah, so we'll let that download. I'll show you guys how to do that. But basically, it just creates a free basically explosion. You can use it for anything. I believe it's under you can use it for anything that you want. But yeah, so that's just an easy way to make explosions in your scene. Okay, we're still not getting the reflections. I have no idea what to do. Okay. There we go, just match that a little bit better. Okay, let's go ahead and redo our water simulation. Because there are some things I gotta change. I think it was too slow before, so let's increase that. I don't want to go too fast. I think a 0.8 maybe. And then what was the other thing? I'm trying to remember. Too fast. Oh, I need to change around the domain size, or not the domain size, the effector size. Don't want to change it too much though. Yeah, see, that's still too much. Welcome from Kashmir. If you could please stop spamming in the chat, that'd be good though. Let's see. Try changing the resolution to impact the rendering unless trying to make it look realistic. Yeah, so right now, this is kind of a low resolution division. 64 is pretty standard for just like for viewing purposes, you know. I'm basically just trying to get the motion and everything down. Let's pause that, see how that looks. Basically right now I'm just making sure we have a mask here, and we can't have anything go over here, or it'll defeat the mask basically. So let's actually let's finish this bake, and I want to go ahead and viewport render. Is changing the speed and keeping it on 1 and rendering it a high FPS and slowing the same thing. So I guess you're talking about this time scale right here. The time scale basically tells Blender how fast the particles move. And so if you needed, basically what I use it for is if I need a very large feeling simulation, like a tidal wave or something like that, I decrease the time scale a lot lower. Usually the time scale I usually put at 0.6, like for anything else, but for some reason in this simulation it was way too slow, and so I just sped it up by increasing that time scale to 0.8. Let's go ahead and viewport render animation. There we go. Okay, I put him in timeout. Let's see if he just chills out. So yeah, this is so cool though. I actually kind of like dig the little particle simulation thing. It looks pretty dope. Not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm new to streaming. And so I need to, if I'm gonna continue doing this, I need moderators. I'm not really looking for any moderators right now, so don't like spam in the chat or anything. But yeah, I need to, because I actually like this. I like just chilling out and messing around in Blender. It's kind of like a behind the scenes type look for you guys. What happened to the music? Why is it just randomly stopping? Hello, welcome, Professor MYK. Okay, let's see. See if this is better. Yeah, it's still a little slow. Not gonna lie. What do you guys think? Do you think I should increase it? Do you think it's slower? I love your home screen wallpaper, but yeah, it's super sick. I have a program that does this. It's just like a, you know, and then I also have like these on the middle instead of like over here. I just like it. I might change it soon to try to do another aesthetic, but for now I kind of like it. It looks slow. That's what I was thinking. Okay, let's go back to 1 and see how that looks. It is set to 24 FPS, right? Yeah. Oh, that's weird. I wonder if they updated it, because I haven't really messed around with fluid simulation since they did the recent update to 2.9. So maybe they finally changed the timescale to be correct at 1. No, so I think my program I use is called Rain Meter. All I did for the taskbar though is you can hit to unlock the taskbar, and then you get this little thing. I think like you have to move. There's this thing over here, and so you have to like move this little bar over here to over here. Where did it go? Like that, and then it pushes this over here, and then you can just move this into the center, and then just lock the taskbar. I like it. It's pretty dope. Also, why is my screen black? That's weird. What's the program for the wallpaper thing? I'll type it in the chat. It's called Rain Meter. Whoops. You guys get it. But Rain Meter. It's not as user friendly as I think some of the other ones, but I think it gives you a lot of flexibility. You do have to download a lot of add-ons for it. So like mine, I have a clock add-on downloaded. I have like a font add-on, all this stuff. Mine's actually pretty simple. You can get really complex with it, but yeah, it's pretty dope. Highly recommend. Yeah, because people have done crazy stuff. Let me look it up real quick. Let's see. Skins. Just see all the stuff you can do with it. Yeah, you can even have like certain add-ons allow you to see your GPU, CPU usage, all that stuff. You can have stuff like this. All these are done in that. Oh, that actually looks pretty sick, not gonna lie. But yeah, there's so much custability you can have. Or sorry, custability. I was like, that freaking word, it doesn't sound correct at all. Customization. There you go. That's what I want to say. You can also do like logos and icons like this, which is interesting if anybody wants to try that. I like the very minimalistic approach. And so yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. Highly recommend. Okay, that looks better. I don't think I want to go any faster. He is back. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I reported them. Is there a way to remove them? Because I can't really see a way to remove. Man, can you please stop? We're just trying to have some fun. But what do you guys think about this? Is this a little too fast? Too slow? What do you guys think? Yeah, custom. That's gonna be a new word. I'm telling you, that's gonna be a new word in the dictionary. Block him from the channel. I have a motion tracking question. I want to add a transparent video clip of a spaceship landing onto the driveway. I'll find a way to do that. Okay, so It's slow still. Okay, let me do this and then I can answer your question real quick. Gosh, I've never had to go above 1. I don't know why it's doing that. It's kind of weird. Okay, so basically, in Blender, do you know how to motion track, or camera track, whatever you want to call it? But basically, you just do that. Try to get a low solve error, and then in the, I think, render properties, you can set the film to be transparent. And yeah, and then so that basically has a transparent background of whatever you put in the 3D view layer, or not view layer, 3D viewport, and you can composite it like that. Okay, I think I hid the guy. Let's see if that works. I tried that, but the video doesn't show up. Okay, great. So let me finish this bake, and I can kind of show you. Yeah, Ian Hubbard gives a really good camera tracking tutorial. So any beginner, I definitely recommend going to see that. I actually learned some things from his, and then also CG Matter does some pretty good ones too. Okay, let me show you. So it's basically, I think it's a compositing issue. Just ignore these nodes up here for a sec. So this is what your compositing setup should basically look like if you're trying to do a transparent view layer, or sorry, I keep saying view layer. If you're trying to do a transparent render layer with a movie clip, you want to have the alpha over node connecting the two, and it should work like this. You know, if I go and let's render out an image just to kind of show what I mean. Oh geez, why is that blue? Did I render? I got you. Oh wait, no I don't. Oh, okay, never mind. Let me bake some mesh real quick. I was so confused. Dang it. But yeah, so this is the basic setup is just an alpha overnode. And it should work like that. I can't think of any other things. Thank you, Joshi. I'm guessing that's how you say it. If I do this again, I apologize because I suck at people's names. Okay. So yeah, so this is the basic setup. Don't worry about the lighting right now. The lighting's awful. But yeah, so we have our video in the background, and then our transparent viewport render right here. You can actually go see that up here. You just want to see the view layer that we have. And so this is what it would look like. This would be your spaceship, and then you'll notice that it has alpha in it, like that. And then we want to composite over that using the alpha over node. Your video footage. I'll show that again real quick, but this is the final result with the two layered on top of each other. So again, that's just a movie clip being plugged into an alpha over with the render layers plugged into the bottom. So that's pretty basic compositing. It's like in After Effects or any other program, it's like a layer system, if you want to think of it like that. And to connect the layers, you would just need an alpha over node. That's the easiest way I could try to explain it. Okay, let's mess around with this stupid lighting. What is going on? I feel like I shouldn't have to change this up to like 30,000 watts. I feel like that's a little overkill. 1 megawatt. Yeah, why is it? Oh, I think I know what's going on. Gotcha. Okay. Let's go turn both of these up a bit. Just turn all these up and see. No? Oh, jeez. What the heck? Yeah. Try that. Yeah, so it probably is something with the nodes in the compositing section. That's what I was showing you earlier. Hello, Sarla. Welcome to the stream. I will have to go in a little bit, guys. I have class in a little bit, unfortunately. It's probably my HURI, to be honest. Let's go ahead and bring in... Just gonna go ahead and bring in a reflection map. Where was that? And so I have a tutorial on this, what I'm doing now. It's the fake HURI tutorial. Doing the exact same thing I did in that. Okay, we need the camera shadow. Let's see, that looks a little bit better. I've always struggled with shading water. Do you have an HURI or just point light? I have an HURI right now and a point light. The HURI I actually might need to change is a studio HURI. Let me just show you that real quick. Because I might need to change it, to be honest. I think that's what's messed me up. Yeah, so this is the HURI I have now. Probably need to change, probably not the best. Let's go ahead and do that. Also, dang music, can you keep playing? It's so annoying. Okay. So this is the process I do for when I'm finding my HURIs. I wish I had something to actually make an HURI. I think that would be really nice to have, but unfortunately that costs a lot of money, so can't do it. So what I do is I know my layout of my room I shot in, and so I just try to best match that color and lighting wise to my scene. Let's see. This wouldn't be terrible. Don't like the blue light coming from over there though. All I'm looking for is really like a whitish room with a light above, basically. This one might be pretty good. Let's try this one. I think that'll be good. just give that a render real quick, see if that changed anything. It's just these black spots right here, and I don't think it's like my my ray visibility, or like the light passes. Sorry. So I don't really know, because these areas should not be as black as they are. Your fake HDR thing? Yeah, so that's what I actually have in the scene right now. This little sphere, if you can kind of see the outline of it. Let's zoom into the reflections. You can kind of see, I actually didn't make a fake, I didn't make a 360 image for my bathroom that I shot in. So I'm just reusing the one I took of outside in my living room. Let's see, where's the point light? Let's try sun, maybe. Might be a little too hot though. Where is that? Yeah, it's kind of whack. Maybe it's because this is giving too much shadow. Maybe I should turn the shadow thing off. That's harsh shadow. I hide this. What is it? Yeah, it still has that, like, yeah, that's very weird. I don't really like the water shading in Blender, to be honest, unless I'm just doing something wrong. It's transparency. The problem, if you mess with your transparency, it might look wrong a little bit. I know it should be transparent and like reflecting the things back here, and that's because I don't have the reflection map that I should have captured before this. But yeah, that might be what it is. Maybe not. Let's try to mix around these a little bit. Let's see. Kind of just spitballing here. Maybe, actually. Just a tiny bit. See how that looks. Decrease the shadow diffusion. Yeah, I could. That is one noisy image. Thank gosh for the denoise node. That looks a little bit what is it? The problem is, I think the light is going on the bowl and it's turning it super white. What does it look without the light? Okay, then let's just mess around with the HDRI. Maybe double the strength on that. Let's see. Increase it. This is where having a the HDRI and the reflection separate actually really helps. If I just get rid of this, now it's too. Yeah. Might need to like fake this a bit. You know, like as long as the reflection's fine, the other thing is fine. I always struggle with light. Let's do an area light. Gosh, yeah, lighting is not my forte, as you could probably tell. Maybe we should do it stylistic and not try to have like exactly water. I definitely want to have the reflections on the actual bowl, and so that's the thing that kind of sucks. Whack. Okay, well, just view this one more time. Let's go ahead and just, for the sake of this part, let's just go ahead and add a blur to the mass, feather that a bit, and then we'll call it a stream. And then I'll probably do a lot of off-camera work for this. Probably gonna have to move that mask a little bit. I could just do an image since the camera's not supposed to move. I could just do an image. Probably just do that. But yeah, so why is this in the thing now? But yeah. Coolio. Okay, so I'll mess around with that. Still don't know why the reflections of this bowl aren't going on it. Are there reflections of the little stopper at the bottom there? Not really. Kind of. Yeah, I'll keep working on it because right now I don't think this would be suitable for a tutorial. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching the stream. This is the final thing we got, and then also we have the actual simulation like that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I will have to up the resolution divisions, but that's going to take a lot of time. But thanks for joining the stream, guys, and I will probably do this again later. I had a lot of fun. So yeah, awesome.